YN's POV. The heavy silk ties are a deep bruised crimson. Jungkook is lying completely flat on his back in the dead center of the massive California king bed. His broad, heavily tattooed chest rises and falls with a slow, arrogant, utterly infuriating rhythm. Just gave me that smirk. That dark, predatory, billionaire smirk that says he owns the world and everyone breathing in it. He willingly let me footboard. He thinks this is just a game. He thinks his terrified, fragile, chronically depressed little mouse is just trying to process her trauma by playing pretend at being the dominant one. He thinks he's indulging me. Cute. I slowly crawl up the length of the mattress. Into the plush sheets, the friction sending a hot, electric shiver straight up my spine. I settle right over lighting from the bedside lamps cast dark, mesmerizing shadows across the heavy black ink sprawling over his neck, his chest, and his arms. He is magnificent, a literal walking god of a man who destroys corporate empires before breakfast and buys human lives for fun. And right now, he is entirely, physically at my mercy. You look breathtaking like this, I whisper, leaning forward. I trail a single sharp fingernail down the very Cook chuckles. It's a dark, raspy, chest-deep vibration that hums. You're enjoying this way too much, little one, he murmurs, his massive arms casually testing the ropes just for the raw thrill of the power dynamic. The thick silk pulls violently taut against the iron bars, biting deep into his tan skin. His smirk falters for a fraction of a second. He pulls harder, his biceps bulging, the dark veins popping under his tattoos. The knots don't budge. He is entirely, legitimately immobilized. His pitch-black eyes snap up to mine, a flash of genuine, electric surprise lighting up his dilated pupils. Duck, you tied these tight. I told you I was pulling the strings tonight, Mr. John, I murmur, my voice dropping into a sultry, dangerous register he has never, ever heard from me before. Untouchable John Jungkook is physically shaking beneath me, begging me with his eyes. You think you're the only one who's sick in the head, Jungkook. I whisper, the words sliding out of my mouth like liquid poison. His dark brows furrow, his chest heaving heavily under my crushing weight. What are you talking about? I don't answer. I crash my entire massive body goes deathly rigid beneath me. The breath physically stops in his lungs. The fragile, depressed, crying girl who was sobbing about being a failure yesterday is entirely gone, completely evaporated into thin air. In her place is a woman who is matching his unhinged billionaire madness with a terrifying, calculated perfection. YN, he breathes, his brilliant mind completely failing to process the venomous, hyper-possessive words coming out of my mouth. He pulls frantically at the ropes again, a sudden, wild desperation flashing in his dark eyes. He realizes, right in this very second, that he is not dealing with a victim. Shh, I soothe. A slow, dark, utterly chaotic smile spreads across my lips, sending a visible, freezing chill straight down his spine. Let me share a little secret with you, my love. I whisper, my voice echoing in the dead silence of the $50 million penthouse, sharp, melodic, and terrifyingly clear. You think you pulled me out of the dark. You think you stalked me. You think you planned that masquerade party, gave me that executive job, got me pregnant, and trapped me in your little glass cage. I lean in closer, brushing my nose against his, the absolute mind-breaking truth finally dropping like an atomic bomb into the heavy air between us. You really thought I didn't know about the hidden cameras you installed in my shitty apartment? I whisper, watching the blood completely drain from his face. You thought I was rotting in bed, crying because I was a broke failure? I was crying BCZs of that too, but Jungkook, also because I was trying so ducking hard not to laugh at how easy you were to manipulate. I was putting on a show for you. Jungkook's eyes stretch to their absolute tearing limit. His sharp jaw goes completely slack. What? He chokes out. His deep voice is entirely broken, completely stripped of its dominance, genuinely terrified of the mastermind sitting on top of him. You think you tracked my IP address from a comment? I planted it. I purr, running a finger over his trembling bottom lip. You think you bought my debt? I created that debt just to see if you would pay it. You think you were watching me on those cameras? Who do you think hacked into your system to make sure you were watching? The absolute, mind-breaking realization hits his eyes like a physical bullet. His corporate mastermind brain completely short-circuits, utterly unable to process the magnitude of the cliff he just blindly walked off. The untouchable internet ghost, the man who arrogantly thought he controlled every single variable in the world, suddenly realizes he's been dancing like a goddamn puppet on my fingers for nearly a year. How? He gasps, his chest heaving as pure panic and a twisted, sick adoration war in his pitch-black eyes. Who the duck are you? I'm the girl you promised to never abandon, your future wife and our son mother. I smirk, Tell me in the comments. I am literally screaming. Did your brain just short circuit like Jungkook's? How long do you think YN was planning this entire operation, and what is her actual secret? Who's more psychotic, he or her? Drop your wildest theories below right now.